Welcome everyone. My name is Lauren. Thank you for tuning in to West Beach Yoga Online. Today I'm going to take you through another shorter full body flow. So this type of practice is perfect if you're pressed for time and you want something, that packs a little more punch into a shorter period of time. So without further ado, we're going to get started. So we'll be starting just like this in easy seat or a cross-legged seated position. If this isn't comfortable for you, we're not going to be here for long, so don't worry. Just try and keep your spine nice and long, shoulder blades back and down. You can rest your hands on your knees and just close down the eyes. And we'll just take a couple minutes to settle into the space. Sometimes, even though we're physically present somewhere, we can be somewhere else in our minds, totally preoccupied. I know I've been feeling that way lately, and it takes practice like anything else to focus the mind, give it a break from all the noise, and just focus on your body, movement, how you're feeling. Even if it's just for a short period of time, I think you'll leave feeling more energized because you gave yourself that time. So just focusing on your breath. And just notice it coming in and out of your lungs. Let's take a nice deep inhale, filling the belly, the ribs, the chest. Fill up right to the top. Exhale out the nose. Let's take that 3-part breath one more time. Inhale, filling the belly, the ribs, the chest. Exhale out the nose. If you find your mind wandering throughout the practice, come back to the breath. You can also set an intention, a word, or a mantra, something to focus on if you feel really scattered today. Placing your left hand just on the mat beside you. Inhale the right arm up, reaching up. Exhale, reaching over to the left. So we're stretching the side body here, all those muscles in between the rib cage. Grounding through that right hip. And let's take the other side. Right hand comes down to the mat. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Exhale, reach over to the right. Maybe you're really bending into that right arm, and that's okay. Taking as much here as you need. And let's just flow back and forth here for a few breaths. Breathing as you go, just warming up the body. One more on each side. And we're going to roll forward into tabletop position. Hands coming under the shoulders, knees into the hips. We'll prepare for our cat-cow sequence. Inhale, opening up, lifting the crown of the head and the tailbone up towards the sky, letting the belly droop, spine arch. Exhale, tucking chin and tailbone, rounding the spine for cat. Always an option to come onto the tops of the feet, floating the knees, hovering cat. A little more core work here. Inhale to open. Exhale, round. Closing down the eyes here. Taking this opportunity to really feel your spine moving like a wave. Visualize it moving from the top down to the bottom. Or the bottom up to the top. Or or maybe from the middle out to either end. Beautiful. Finishing off one more round, coming back to your tabletop position. We're going to step the right foot back and then the left. So finding our high plank pose. Hands into the shoulders. We're going to press the mat away. So kind of feeling like your upper back is coming into a dome shape position. Clear your throat, and then you're going to feel your core tighten. Keep it like that when you're in your plank pose. Send the heels right back, engaging the thighs and the glutes. This is a nice, strong pose. Feeling strong here. Lots of breath. One more full breath cycle here. Inhale, on the exhale, send the hips up and back. So coming into your downward facing dog. Fingertips, fingers are spread wide, pressing into the thumb and the pointer finger, so taking some pressure off the outside of the wrists. Just letting your head be heavy, let it hang in between your arms, opening up through the shoulders. Send the hips right back, so feeling a nice lengthening in the spine, maybe bending through the knees to lengthen that spine a little bit more. Everyone has different flexibility in their hamstrings. And just breathing here for a few breaths. Maybe bending one knee then the other. Just finding that place where your downward dog feels good today. We're going to bring a little movement here. Inhale to come forward, dropping the hips down, finding that high plank again. Exhale, sending the hips back, downward dog. Inhale to high plank. Exhale, down dog. So warming up the shoulders here. I love this sequence. Let's just move back and forth a few more times. One last time, pausing in your downward dog the next time you get there. You're going to bend the knees a lot, look forward, and just walk or hop your way to the top of the mat. Pausing in a fold for a breath. Sliding the hands up to shins or knees, finding your flat back, crown of the head reaching forward, sending the hips right back, so pulling back from those hip creases. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, slowly coming up to stand, reaching the arms up. Inhale, exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, fold. Bringing the hands down to the mat, step back to your downward facing dog. From here, you're going to ground through that right foot. Inhale the left leg all the way up, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring knee to nose, rounding through the spine, pausing here for one breath. So really hugging that navel into spine. And then step the left foot all the way up in between the hands. Dropping that back knee down. Inhale, reaching the arms all the way up, coming into a low lunge. Maybe moving a little bit further forward, leading with the hips, feeling a little more of an intense stretch in the front of the right hip flexor there. Inhale, exhale, hands come down to frame the foot. Grounding through that right hand, inhale, reaching the left arm up, coming into a twist. Dropping that left hand down, curling the back toes, lift your base, step back to high plank, sending the hips up and back, finding downward facing dog. Grounding through the left foot this time. Inhale the right leg up, three-legged dog. Inhale, exhale, knee to nose, rounding the spine, hugging that core in. Stepping the right foot up in between the hands, dropping that left knee down this time. Inhale, reach the arms up, low lunge. Again, maybe shifting those hips forwards and pressing them down towards the mat. Being mindful not to round too much through the low back, so really thinking about leading through with the hips, keeping that tailbone down. Inhale, exhale, hands come down to frame the foot. Curling the back toes, lift your base, grounding through that left palm. Inhale, reaching the right arm up, easy twist. You can keep that back knee down as well if that feels more comfortable. Right hand comes down, stepping back to high plank. Inhale, exhale, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Taking a few breaths in your down dog here. Grounding through the right foot. Inhale the left leg up again, three-legged dog. Inhale, on the exhale, knee to nose, rounding through the spine, hugging that core in. Step the left foot up in between the hands. This time, keeping that back knee lifted, so coming into more of a runner's lunge. From here, turn and flatten that back foot. Inhale the arms all the way up, coming into your warrior one. So left knee is bent, knee over ankle, right foot's turned in a lot, chest and hip points, coming around your goal, not goal, but you want to try and get parallel to the front of the mat. Inhale, on the exhale, opening up into a warrior two. So maybe widening your stance a little bit here. Front heel's aligned with the arch of the back foot. Arms are strong. Shoulders aligned, gaze over left fingertips, sinking nice and deep. From here, bringing your hands to your hips, you're going to pivot on your back foot, half step that back foot in, slowly start to hinge forward. So kicking that right leg back, and only lifting that right leg as high as feels comfortable for you. It's still work, it's still balance. Reaching the arms forward, or keeping them out in a T shape or airplane arms for warrior three. Lots of breath. Bringing the hands back to the hips. We're going to bring some movement here. So swinging that right leg forward, knee coming up. Inhale, exhale, kick it back. Inhale, bring it forward. Testing your balance here. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, kick it back. Pausing in warrior three one more time. Again, stretching out the arms or reaching them forward. Lots of breath and release. Woo. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Stepping the right foot back and then the left. Option to take a vinyasa flow here. Chaturanga down, or meet us in downward facing dog. Grounding through that left foot this time. Inhale the right leg all the way up, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, rounding through the spine, hugging in the core. Step that right foot up in between the hands, coming into your runner's lunge. Turn and flatten the left foot. Inhale, reaching the right arm, the arms up, coming into warrior one. Inhale, Exhale, opening up into warrior two. Right knee is bent this time. Strong arms, shoulders are aligned, torso is centered. Hands come to the hips, pivot on that back foot, half step your back foot in, preparing for warrior three. Starting to, keeping a slight bend in that base leg, hinge forward, kicking that back leg up, opening up through the arms, or reaching them forward, really squeezing your glutes here. All right, let's bring some movement. Slowly start to bring that back leg forward. Inhale, exhale, kick it back. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, kick it back. One last time. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, kick it back. Pausing in warrior three one last time. Feeling the heat in your body. One more breath here. And release. Awesome. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Stepping back to high plank, option to take a flow or downward facing dog. Pausing here for a few breath cycles. And then slowly coming forward, back into your high plank position. And you can drop down to your knees to come down, or come forward onto the tippy toes and chaturanga down onto the belly. I'm going to take a little back bend here. So arms come down along your sides. You're going to rest your chin on the mat. Legs are extended straight behind you. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lifting the head, chest, arms and legs. Everything comes off of the mat. This is locust pose. Chin stays tucked. And really reaching back with those fingers and toes. The entire back body's turned on here. Squeezing the glutes. Exhale, release. That was a prep pose for our bow pose, which is another back bend. So bending the right foot, grabbing onto the top of the right foot. Sorry, bending the right leg, grabbing onto the top of the right foot. Bending the left leg. If this isn't accessible, you can release one leg and reach that same arm forward, taking half bow. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, pressing your feet, tops of your feet into your hands. So feeling everything lift. Again, chin stays tucked. The entire back body's turned on here. Exhale, release. Take a breath, you can release your hands. If you took half bow, we're taking it on the other side, or you can take full bow again. Grabbing onto the top of one or 2 feet. Inhale, exhale, pressing the tops of the feet into the hands. Maybe bending your back a little bit more this time now that you're warmed up. And release. Awesome. Taking a breath on the mat. Hands come under the shoulders, or maybe slightly lower. We're going to prepare to push up. So tucking your toes under. When you're ready, inhale, exhale, press all the way up. Power up to your high plank. From here, send the hips up and back, finding downward facing dog. Grounding into the right foot. Inhale the left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, rounding through the spine, hugging the core. Stepping that left foot up in between the hands. Dropping your back knee down, uncurl your toes, opening up through the chest, so finding a low lunge. Hands are staying down on the mat. Head and heart are high. Pressing those hips down towards the mat, feeling a nice stretch in the hip flexor. Inhale, on the exhale, start to pull back from the hip creases, straightening that front leg, that left leg, flexing the foot. Roll the body forward, finding half splits. Inhale, walk the hands forward, dropping the hips down, low lunge. Inhale, exhale, send the hips back, half splits. Sitting the hips back, right down. Inhale to come forward, low lunge. Exhale, half splits. Inhale to low lunge, pausing here. Curl your toes, lift your base, step back to high plank. Option to take a flow or downward facing dog. Grounding through the left foot this time. Inhale the right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, rounding the spine. Pausing here. Stepping the right foot up, in between the hands, dropping that left knee down, uncurling the toes, opening up through the chest, slow lunge. Feeling the warmth throughout your whole body. Inhale, exhale, sending the hips back, straightening that front leg, flexing the foot, half splits. Feeling that stretch in the back of the right leg. Inhale to come forward, low lunge. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half splits. Inhale to low lunge. Pausing here, curl your toes, lift your base, step back to high plank. Option to take a vinyasa flow here or downward facing dog. From here, you're going to drop your knees down, but bring them wide to the outer edges of the mat. Sit your hips back over your heels, reach your arms forward, drop your forehead down onto the mat, taking your child's pose. Resting here for a few breaths. Perhaps you turn your head from side to side, so giving your forehead a little massage. Relaxing through the shoulders. From here, you're going to sit your hips over to one side of your feet. So coming onto your side of your hip, swing your legs around, coming into a seated position. Your legs are stretched out before you. And just cross that left foot over your right, so your left knee is bent. And you're going to hug that left knee in towards your body, so kind of in the crook of your right arm. Left hand floats behind you. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, twisting left. Almost like you're wringing your spine out like a wet washcloth. And release back to center. Left leg extends, right knee bends, hugging that right knee in towards the crook of your elbow. Right hand comes behind you. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, twist. Maybe with your next exhale, twisting a little bit more, not pushing anything, but just testing your edge here. Inhale back to center, extending that right leg, bringing your hips towards your feet, slowly coming down onto your back, extending your legs out, extending your arms, coming into your final resting pose for a couple minutes. Your Shavasana pose. Keeping your focus on your breath or your intention. Resting in that idea of staying present for a few more minutes. Your day and the world can wait a little bit longer for you. Slowly bringing some movement to your body, rounding your hands, rounding your feet. You can stay laying on your back or come up to the pose that we started in, your easy seat. Bringing your hands together at heart center. And just do a scan of your body. Notice if anything feels different. Maybe you feel warmer. Maybe your mind feels a little clearer. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you.